There's a valley in Canada, so remote that most Canadians have never heard of it. The nearest road ends 90 miles away in an abandoned village. The only way in is by boat or floatplane. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, one of the most beautiful places on Earth. It has earned names that would give anyone pause before booking that floatplane. Valley of the Headless Men, Deadmen Valley, Headless Creek, the Funeral Range. These aren't colorful nicknames dreamed up by tourism boards. They mark actual locations where bodies were discovered, where people vanished, where something went terribly wrong. For over a century, the Nahanni Valley has taken people in and not given them back. And when it does return them, it keeps their heads. You're listening to MirkCast, where darkness speaks. The Nahanni Valley sits deep within Canada's Northwest Territories, a breathtaking landscape of towering mountains, deep canyons, and rushing rivers. It spans 11,600 square miles of wilderness, larger than some countries, almost entirely unexplored. Historically, the lands surrounding the Nahanni Valley were inhabited by the Dene, an indigenous people who have lived in the Northwest Territories for thousands of years. The Dene had a name for this valley, and they had a warning. They spoke of the Naha, a fierce and mysterious tribe that once lived deep in the valley. The Canadian government's own website acknowledges that the Naha tribe rather quickly and mysteriously disappeared. Nobody knows where they went. Nobody knows what happened to them. They were there, then they weren't. The Dene told outsiders not to enter the valley. They said it was cursed. They said something lived there that did not welcome visitors. For a long time, nobody listened. It began in 1908. Two brothers, Willie and Frank McLeod, set out to find gold along the South Nahanni River. They had heard the stories. They had been warned. They went anyway. They never came back. Years passed. Their family searched. Search parties went into the valley. They found the camp. Two skeletons lay sprawled on the ground, near what had been their camp. One brother's arm was stretched out, reaching toward a gun that had long since rusted. The other skeleton lay underneath a stack of blankets, next to the remains of a fire. Both skeletons were headless. The heads were never recovered. No journal or record was ever found. Whatever had drawn them back into the Nahanni left behind no claim, no direction, and no answer. Only a burned-out camp, two headless bodies, and a silence that deepened with every year that followed. The McLeod brothers were not the last. In 1917, another decapitated body was discovered in the valley. This time it was Swiss prospector Martin Jorgensen. He was found in his burned-down cabin, his head missing. In 1926, a woman named Annie Laferte went missing in Nahanni. Eyewitness accounts describe her, running and screaming into the woods while discarding her clothing. Many months later, an indigenous man claimed to have seen her climbing a nearly vertical cliff face while totally naked, seemingly out of her mind. She was never seen again. In 1927, the body of a man nicknamed Yukon Fisher was found on the banks of Bennett Creek, quite close to where the bodies of the McLeod brothers had been found in 1908. Decapitated, his camp burned. In 1945, a miner from Ontario was found dead while still in his sleeping bag. His head was never found. Case after case, year after year, decade after decade. According to the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, at least 44 deaths or disappearances have been recorded in the region since 1908. And the heads, in case after case, were never found. Over a century of investigation has produced many theories. None of them fully hold. The gold theory. Many who entered Nahanni were prospectors, searching for gold. The theory holds that rivals killed them to steal their claims. But if they were killed for gold, the gold that drew the first seekers has never been found. And gold thieves don't take heads. The animal theory. Officials have suggested that scavenging animals, wolves, bears, could account for the missing heads. But if animal scavenging bodies explains the missing heads, why are the heads never found? Not once, in over 100 years. The Naha theory. The Dene spoke of the Naha, the fierce tribe that vanished from the valley. Some believe they never truly left, that they retreated deeper into the wilderness, and that they have been defending their territory ever since. Others suggest that Nahanni holds a lost gold mine, or even a hidden entrance to the hollow earth, guarded by unknown entities that do not welcome intruders. And then there is the detail that nobody has been able to explain with any theory. Annie Laferte, running screaming into the woods, tearing off her clothes, climbing a vertical cliff face naked, months later, seemingly out of her mind. What did she see in that valley? What did she hear? What broke her so completely that she would rather climb a cliff face naked than go back to whatever she had run from? The Nahanni Valley did not stop. Even with guides, even with satellite phones and GPS, people still go missing. Bodies still turn up in impossible places. Parks Canada strictly regulates entry to the valley. Visitors must obtain permits and report their entry and exit times within 24-hour windows. Read that again. A UNESCO World Heritage Site requires visitors to check in within 24-hour windows, so someone knows when to start looking. In 2018, Banff National Park welcomed 4.5 million visitors. That same year, Nahanni saw just 1,500 people. Most people who know what happened there don't go. The Dene warned outsiders for generations. They said the valley was cursed. They said something there did not want to be found. Over a century later, nobody has found it, and the valley keeps taking. Willie McLeod, Frank McLeod, Martin Jorgensen, Annie Laferte. Yukon Fisher, and 39 more, at least. People who went into a valley. They had been told not to enter. The valley is still there. It is still beautiful. It is still unreachable. And somewhere deep inside it, in a canyon or a riverbank, or beneath 100 years of snow, the answers are still waiting. Nobody has been brave enough to find them. This has been MirkCast, where darkness speaks. New stories drop every week. Don't watch alone.